Hey everybody, it's me, Sven Sharpen here, bringing you day number 171 of Let's Talk About Autism. Before we get started, I would love you to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below the video. It would help me a lot, and it would promote these videos better to you. So, in today's video, I'll be talking about how there's all of these woke, neurotypical influencers, mainly on TikTok, but also on a lot of other platforms as well, that will fake being autistic. And this is a fact, by the way. You can look this up, influencer fakes being autistic, and you'll find a bunch of results for that. Like, this is a well-known thing that's been happening, but they're doing this largely, seemingly in an attempt to move up the woke ladder, which, I mean, that autism's not going to get you that. I mean, my years of growing up on the autistic spectrum, wokeness would never celebrate me, ever. They don't celebrate autism all by itself. You got to have something else alongside it. So, it makes no sense, and what they're really doing is just, they're pretending to be autistic. Like, they'll pretend to STEM, maybe they'll pretend to have a fixed interest or something, or some other autistic trait that they'll try to replicate. All this really does is it creates a mockery of what it's like to be autistic, and it makes no sense, and it's really, for lack of a better way to say it, offensive to people who are actually on the spectrum. And yeah, there's this whole actually autistic thing, which has a ton of problems in and of itself, which I'll talk about later in the series, but it just makes a mockery of what it's like to be autistic, and I really don't like that as an autistic person. Like, we gotta stop this, and it's just creating more problems for people on the spectrum and people not on the spectrum too. And it's directing real resources that we might need, or maybe don't need, let's be honest, to people who certainly don't need it. I mean, I've been struggling with a lot of this stuff, and it's not like I chose to be autistic. The stuff I struggled with from autism and the society that didn't see me for who I actually am, I never chose that. This was forced upon me. I suffered because of it, and like the fact that someone would even want to have that, like, we struggle the most out of any group in the country. Like, how on earth would anyone want to be us? Like, this is clearly an attempt to move up the woke ladder, and as I just said, it's not going to get you anywhere. So we gotta, like, stop these guys, and like, there's not even enough backlash against this either. The aforementioned actually autistic is the only thing I can really find. Like, the closest thing I can compare this to is all of these men who pretend to be women to move themselves up the woke ladder and maybe gain access to women's spaces, women's sports, and the benefits of being trans. Yeah, you get privileges for that. And like, they're trying to do the same with autism. It's just not going to work out because you don't get that stuff from autism, and I don't think you should get that for anything. So, like, that's the best thing I compare it to. Like, there's all these women that are like, we're not a costume for you. We're born this way. This is who we are. It's not something you can identify yourself into. And autism's a lot of the same way. It's something largely innate. And, you know, there might be some chemical aspects too, but it's a largely innate thing that if you don't have it, you can't identify yourself into it. Like, it's just not, that's not how this works. So, and even if you're on the spectrum yourself, you're like, oh, if you say you're autistic, then you are. Like, that's not how that works. You gotta actually prove you're on the spectrum. You gotta actually prove you have these uncontrollable traits that autism is associated with. That's how you prove you're autistic. You gotta actually have autistic traits, and they have to be uncontrollable, and you have to have had them from birth. Like, it's so crazy, and there's not enough backlash against this. Like, to the influencers that are pretending to be autistic, we're not your Halloween costume. We're not something you can just identify into. Autism is not a Halloween costume for you to wear. It's not even October yet. It's September 20th. But even if it is October, 11 days from now, we're still not your Halloween costume. We're not your April Fool's joke. We are, people just like the rest of you. We did not choose to be autistic. We're just stuck with it for our lives, and it has both positive and negative characteristics. But these people faking being autistic have no clue what the heck they're doing, and there should really be bigger penalties for stuff like this. Like, pretending to be a woman, that's bad enough, but pretending to be autistic, I mean, it's just as bad in a lot of ways, because it takes resources and necessary attention away from those who will actually need it. Like, there are kids out there that actually struggle with a lot of things, and I've seen this myself personally. So all these influencers making a mockery out of us, it's got to stop, and we're going to stop it. We, as the real autistic community, should actually come together and tell these influencers, we are not your Halloween costume. You can go suck an egg. That's not that hard. We got to actually go after these guys, because if we don't, this is going to continue to happen. So yeah, but we got to come together as a community, because, you know, for a lot of these other reasons I've been talking about. Like, we're just going to continue to have all of these problems that I've been talking about throughout the series. So yeah, that was day 170. I'll see you on this was day 171. I'll see you on day 172. Thank you very much for watching this video, and God bless you, and God bless America.